You see the faces of the animals that we save. About 2,000 a year now, and we've been doing it for 29 years. But it's so much more than just their lives that are changed. Every time we save an animal, that animal changes the lives of our staff, our volunteers, the foster family, and then when they are adopted into their forever family, they create a lifetime of memories. They are loved and cherished, and they change the lives of the people that they come in contact with.
So even with all of our efforts and every other rescue here in Utah nationally working so hard, there are still countless animals euthanized every year nationally and thousands here in Utah every year. And it's unbelievable because they die just because of a lack of people knowing about them. It's simply for a lack of an adopter or someone being able to take a chance on them and patch them up and give them the time they need and the nutrition and maybe a little training and maybe some socialization. And that's all they need to be adoptable, is just to be out there. So that's what we're here to do, is to take those animals who were previously voiceless and they were sitting in the back room of some shelter that just doesn't have the resources to help them. And instead of being on a euthanasia list, they make their way up here to Nuzzles. And every single one of them gets the second chance that they needed. And we'll hold on to them for absolutely as long as it takes, no matter what it takes, to get them a home.
So the Rescue Ranch is the first stop for all of our animals. When they arrive here, they might be dirty, they have never lived in a home before, some of them. They might have behavioral issues. They might just need some love. And so when we bring them in, they're vaccinated, they're spayed and neutered, they receive the medical treatment that they need, and then we find them their forever home.
We're extremely fortunate at Nuzzles Co to have a fully operational veterinary clinic on site at our rescue ranch. We are able to spay and neuter all of the animals, perform life-saving surgeries, do all the vaccines, microchip and deworming, really anything that the animals require to either improve their quality of life or to save their lives, we can do here. A lot of the animals that we rescue here at Nuzzles Co require extensive life-saving surgery and medical care to save their lives. We rescue these at-need pets, cats and dogs, from other city and county shelters, and also from the Navajo and Ute reservations in the Four Corners area. And when we get them here, a lot of times they are in very rough shape, and without us rescuing them, they probably would not have made it.
Besides saving dogs and cats from the reservation's overcrowded shelters, we've introduced a really amazing spay and neuter program there. We make arrangements with tribal elders ahead of time. Then we show up with all the medical equipment, staff, and volunteers to conduct dozens of spays and neuters in a single weekend. If we can just spay and neuter 100 dogs and cats in that weekend, we're preventing thousands of homeless babies from being born just in the next few years. It's really tough work, but we're making a bigger and bigger dent and saving so many lives while we're at it.
I really like working with the shy dogs, and especially the res dogs that are shy because they haven't had any socialization with people and they've never had collars on or leashes on. So just helping them overcome their fear and working with them and helping them find their home, that's kind of become my passion, working with these dogs here at Nuzzles. We're not just a shelter or a rescue, but we also have a training program here where we will work with dogs like Rory or some of our longer dogs that have behavioral issues. So we will actually work with them, train them.
I'm the manager here at the Nuzzles Adoption Center. This is Trinity. She just came in a little while ago. She's missing some teeth, so she has a really cute tongue. And we are matchmakers here, so we're gonna try and find her the perfect family. All of our animals stay with us until we find them a home. So if it takes Trinity a week to a couple years, she will stay with us until that right person comes along. So King Tut was a special kitty that we rescued from Summit County Animal Control. They took him in as a stray. He was probably Well, he was a senior, he's like 7 years, and he has the cutest little bent ear due to frostbite. He was in our care for a year and a half, and Kathleen called me one day and said that she was gonna put him on the Hallmark Channel. So we set Kathleen and King Tut up, and he got aired, and the next day the sweetest lady called me. She lived over an hour away. She had special needs children of her own. She's told me that she had several special needs animals throughout her life, and that she just felt she could be the best home for King Tut. So she came that day, it was like the next day, and adopted him. And I've spoken with her several times on the phone to check in, and she just said that he's amazing. He's amazing with her autistic son. We were really happy that we were able to care for him and find him the perfect home.
I never had a rescue before, and frankly, I didn't really understand the magnitude of it. We looked online and we found this guy. So we went and we got Chudley, now Don Pedro. And when I got him, I noticed that everything just felt different. Felt different really in the sense of it didn't feel like an obligation. He felt like he was part of the family. He came from hoarders, a bad hoarding situation, and it was very prevalent that he's experienced not only neglect but like deep physical and deep emotional abuse and traumas.
We'll make it to the other side like lovers do.
I mean, they were in a bad way, super scared, didn't want anybody to touch him. We had to take crates apart in order to get him out.
They had to shave him because he had so many burrs that were embedded in his skin, and he was even terrified of us and hiding in the corners, and you couldn't get near him. And also at first, when you'd go to pet him, there'd be at times where if he felt pinned in a corner, he would get kind of nippy, but now, I mean look at this dog. And we can take him everywhere. Social settings, he likes to go in the backpack, he likes to go hiking. We take him camping, we take him on a bike around town. We can just take him everywhere we go. Pedro's just another story of the power of patience and love. Sometimes we need to take a step back when we get caught up in the grind of things and just look what's actually important.
That's probably my favorite part, is being able to take the ones that don't want to be touched, don't want to be handled by anybody, and teach them that, you know, we are okay and that we're going to find them the perfect home.
We found ourselves talking a lot about this dog we visited, and I think it was two or 3 days later, my husband said, you know, you keep talking about this dog, let's just go get her. And the minute we walked in, she was just like, please take me home. She instantly joined the family and has been fantastic and amazing.
What do you think it was like for Pfeiffer when she was living outside in the desert?
I think she had a very hard life and sad, and yeah, I think it was hard to find food.
Who sleeps with you now? Every night?
Pfeiffer. We bring her your doggy bag in.
Wish everyone could have a dog?
Yeah, I wish everyone could have.
There are thousands more out there waiting for someone to help them. And when we save them, they complete our lives. They bring us joy, laughter, cuddles, calm, and play. They join our families, they make our day, and they're living proof that all you really need is love.
I will fight for you. I always do until my heart is black and blue.